Hi guys, so we're just heading across town this evening to Gikondo. My lovely friend Jo, she is building a house, and in order to build a house she has to knock down her pizza oven. Now this is a pizza oven that holds a lot of sentimental value, so we're having like a wake for the pizza oven because she built this years and years ago, back when we were VSOs, so it's been there for a very, very long time, couple of decades almost, and we have such fond memories of that pizza oven. And of course we've used it during every bonfire night, every Guy Fawkes night, every party. It's been a central feature of our lives for a very, very long time. So we're going off to have one last hurrah, one last pizza in the pizza oven before it gets knocked down. It's kind of a bit of an emotional moment. It's weird because when I was on my way here I was like, oh no, but it must have been like after I came back, and then it's like, no, it was a long time ago. The last one ever. Got it. Hi guys, so this afternoon I'm sitting outside on my porch because it is a beautiful sunny day and there's a really nice cool breeze blowing in. So I'm out here because this morning I got a parcel. Now this was delivered courtesy of DHL all the way from the UK. This one has come from my dad because I was asking him to proofread a book I've been working on, and I wanted him to send me sort of a proofreading copy once he's read it, and I want to have a look at it as well and go through it. So let's get into this parcel and see what's in there. Honestly, I love DHL because they keep you updated and they deliver direct to your door. It usually takes between 5 to 7 days and it turns up at your door, and they let you know it's on its way. So, I mean, DHL has a reputation for being kind of expensive, but they do the job. Okay, so I am into it. Let's see what there is. What? Oh, okay. So my dad, I guess, went up to Scotland to see family, and he sent me Iron Brew creams. In fact, I'm not sure if he sent me this or if this was my Auntie Jean, because I think my Auntie Jean said she had some candy for me. So Iron Brew, if you don't know, it's like the national soda of Scotland. It's got a very particular flavour that's very hard to describe. But yeah, so Iron Brew candy. That sounds fun. Well, I got a couple of my favourite type of henna for my hair. That's always useful. Edinburgh Castle Rock. Yeah, it's like, again, it's hard to describe. Edinburgh Rock is like biting into a stick of chalk. That's the best way that I can describe it. It's weirdly quite nice. That doesn't sound great, but it's weirdly quite nice. It's got like these very subtle pastel flavours. Oh, dropping them. And yeah, they're really, really yummy. I like them. But it has the texture of kind of biting in to a stick of chalk. So I've got a white one, a pink one, an orange one, and a yellow one. So I got my candy from Scotland. Oh, and I ordered a new phone case holder. I usually have a red one, but they were out of red, so I got a blue one, which should be nice. A couple of packets of mascara, which I'm running low on. Kendal mint cake. This is from the town of Kendal in the north of England. I love Kendal mint cake. Basically, it was invented in, I don't know when it was invented, but it was carried to the top of Mount Everest in 1953 because it's basically compressed sugar with mint, and it's a very, very good source of energy and calories. So when people were climbing Everest, they used to take this back in the olden days, and it is still a very nice sweet today. Oh, thank you. This is from my Auntie Patsy. So she is a midwife and a homeopath, and basically I asked her for help because one of my cats has got really bad asthma, and about 2-3 times a year she has a really, really bad asthma attack. And we've got injectable drugs for her, but sometimes they're really hard to find. And at the moment we don't have very many veterinary options. So I was basically starting to panic a bit because she's on daily medication, progesterone, I think is the medical name. But she's on that, and she has to take a little tablet every couple of days, but every now and again it gets really bad and it doesn't entirely work, and then you need the injections, and it's a whole thing, and it's horrible. So I asked my lovely Auntie Patsy if she could recommend anything homeopathic that might help to alleviate the need for emergency medication. And she sent me a little bottle of, I think she said it was something to do with sulfur. At this point, I am willing to try anything because I also have asthma and I know what it's like. And when I see her struggling to get oxygen, it's really upsetting. So yeah, I'm going to give this a go and see if it makes any difference, and I will report back. My cats are currently having, oh, Jesus, Hal. So yeah, I'm going to give it a go, and I will report back whether or not I think it made a difference. This is exciting. This is a tiny projector with a USB cable, so it should plug straight into my laptop. And I don't know if it's any good or not, but I'm really pleased it got here, because I was so worried that it would get stopped at customs, and then you have to go and pay the import tax, and then you have to pay holding tax. And the reason I was worried, it's well under the import tax limit. This costs like under 30 quid. But I was worried that they'd see it and they go, you can't get a projector for under 30 quid. And then they kind of like try and keep hold of it and make me pay lots of money to get get it, which is a huge problem here. Like the import level is so low that even getting like small things, I want like a panniers for my bike. I've tried to find them locally, they don't exist. I tried to ask somebody to make them, she can't make them waterproof, and there are loads of them available online. But when you include the postage cost, it takes everything way up above the import limit, which is so low, it's like $80. And so people just can't get things that they need for day-to-day life. They are available online, but you just can't get them because then you end up paying like super more than it's actually worth just to get it out of customs. So I'll do a different video about that because I do think it's a major, like, it really impacts people who are trying to start businesses or do new things or pursue hobbies. Because like we're like doubly disadvantaged. Is first, it's really hard to find the thing, and then when you find it, you can't get it. I printed out the receipt for it and everything and got Dad to put it into the box so that if they had any questions, they could look at it and go, oh no, that is within the limit. So for the price, I have no idea if it actually works, but I'm excited because I do have a big old projector. It cost about 250 quid about 15 years ago, but it's so old that I've had it repaired twice and it still doesn't work anymore. So I'm going to give that away for scrap parts, but I still kind of need a projector. So I thought I'd give it a go. And for that price, if it works, it's going to be amazing. If it doesn't work, well, you know, I didn't lose much on it. So I'm just really, really glad that it got here. Yes. Right, so the last item is the book, is the new cover. Oh, it looks so much better than the old one. This is the book that I need to proof, and it's called Sargon, and it is historical fiction about ancient Mesopotamia. And I need to have a good look through this, check that everything looks correct, check that everything's in the right place, that kind of, the map, make sure that the map looks correct, and just have a proper read of it, because you know you can read through something on a screen 100 times, but when you've actually got it in print, you start to notice all of the different things, any smaller mistakes and bits and pieces. So I'm really glad to have a copy. It feels fantastic, and I just really wanted to look at the cover and check that it wasn't too dark, check that it looks right. And I think this looks right. I had an amazing cover designer from Undercover Designs. I'll leave her link below. She's just amazing. I literally told her I want something like this, and she did it. She got the concept straight away, and she made the cover a million times better than I could have done. So yeah, I just really wanted to see the cover. I want to give it a final proper look through, and then maybe I'll consider releasing it. But this is a long running book release for many different reasons, of which I have talked about on this channel several times. But yeah, I'm really excited. I'm going to go and eat some Iron Brew sweets, see whether or not the projector works, and start reading through the book. So thank you for joining me on my little unparceling, and see you in the next one. This is incredible. It's filled the entire wall of my house, but also I can make it into a little one. Hold on, let me adjust it. There we go. We got a tiny desk on a tiny projector on a wall. I'm so impressed with this. It's seriously brilliant. Really happy with that.